This is way too fast for anyone. What the hell? Only this car, and yet they can still make the dynamics good and well. Look at that. No. So if I told you a 2.7 ton car drives really well on B roads, well, you might think that's a bit contradictory, right? But that's not the case for the Lotus Electre R. I just went up and down Genting today on the morning drive, one of my favorite B roads, and my god, it just took my breath away in not just the power, but the way it drives and the way it handles. You know, it was just really mind-boggling. And when I was in UK, I was talking to the head of driving dynamics development, so basically the guy who is in charge of how the car performs and test drive these cars, right? And they told me the benchmark was Porsche Cayenne Turbo. But after driving this car, I think they not only meet the benchmark, they definitely beaten the benchmark by a significant margin, right? So power aside, yeah, that's thrilling, that's fantastic. But the handling side of the R really is one class ahead. Even the S was good, the Electra S was good. The R just takes it to the next level. Incredible. And you know, just a quick note here, on the Lotus Electra S or the normal Electra, you don't get the track mode, you get it over here, only available on the R version. So yes, before we go into the B-road clips, because you're gonna see how I react. Jesus. Summary, okay? Or rather highlight what I think was really excellent about the drive. So, with all the electronics that's available in the car, you might think that, or I was thinking that the car's drive would be fast but artificial, right? So a bit like robotic, easy to drive fast, and you know, let the car do everything. But that wasn't the case. I actually felt that the handling was good, but what I think they did excellent was not that the handling was good, the grip was good, but it's the way it involves you, right? There's a very beautiful roll, even at the stiffest mode, which is track, and the roll is really nice. Like, it's the kind of roll you expect from a sports car, you know, so you can really feel the car shifting its weight. You can really feel the car moving around, whether which axle is breaking traction and stuff like that. So it's really, really good. I never expect that, and that will give you the confidence to keep pushing it and exploring it around tight bands and stuff like that. And yeah, it doesn't rob you of the experience. I think the electronics there is to make sure that you can put the power down, to make sure you don't kill yourself, but it doesn't rob you, it doesn't control you. That's really good. Yeah, the track mode ESC, the ESC guys are doing such a good job, so kudos to you guys. I remember a few corners, I was coming out the hairpin, even coming down Genting, I was feeling the rear starting to shake loose, losing grip, and you can feel the anti-roll bar just sort of like softening, so you can let the rear find its grip, and then you can power it out nicely. Yeah, fantastic car. Jeez, yeah. So I think Lotus means it. I think one of the things Lotus do very well is really make sure the car is for the drivers. That's what they say, right? That's their sort of their, you know, motto, right? And I can feel in the Electra, it is for the driver. No kidding. It is no easy feat to turn a 2.7 ton car, electric car, into something that's really driver, you know, driver oriented. That takes more than just horsepowers. It takes a finesse. It takes an expertise and the passion to actually do it. So Lotus, hats off to you guys. It's fantastic. Yeah. So yeah, in a summary, great handling car, better than the S, I believe, significantly better than the S, and yeah, one of the probably the best driving SUV, and it looks amazing, isn't it? They call it a hyper SUV, and it looks the part, it drives the part, okay, and yet it's so comfortable. Okay, so please enjoy the rest of the video. After this, I'll be shooting in the raw clips of me driving, and you seeing my reactions and stuff like that, and then there'll be another video that encompasses two things: the interior exterior walk around, and then the daily usability of the car. I'll be talking about what are the things I really like on its day-to-day drive, because at the end of the day, it is still a daily car, right? Enjoy the rest of the clip. If you're looking for the best protection for your car, look no further to XPEL. I put my cars through harsh conditions like constant B-road blasting, road trips and occasional track days, and I want my car to look the best, and XPEL's Ultimate Plus paint protection films never fail to protect the paint on my cars while keeping it looking amazing. All XPEL's products, including Prime Window Tints, come with an official e-warranty from the manufacturer, which gives me an additional confidence and maximum peace of mind when using their products. And this allows me to be fully present and enjoy all my experiences with my cars wherever I go and whatever I do. Click the link in the description below to find out more about XPEL's products and their official dealers in Malaysia. Protect everything you love with XPEL. Good morning, everybody. Today I'm driving my most powerful car ever driven up my favorite B roads. So we got a Lotus Electre R, 900 horsepower. Oh my gosh, this car is legit scary. Yeah, it's the fastest car ever driven up, I'm going to think. So I'm pretty excited, pretty stoked. Alright, so I'm going to put it into sport mode. Okay, and then talk a little bit about how it drives. If I can have the capacity to talk about it. Right. So last year I've driven a little bit of the Lotus Electre S, and that's really pretty damn good. Like, it handles pretty well, in my opinion. It handles better than the Cayenne, but the R is something different. Okay, it has active anti-roll bars, and it also has rear wheel steering. So let's see how it fares on the first corner. Wow, okay, traction control coming on. On track mode, you do have a... Oh wow, oh my god, this is way too fast for anyone. I'm... bloody hell. And what, the brakes are mighty good as well, carbon ceramics. They increase the speed, but they also increase the braking power of this car. What the hell? And the handling is actually very impressive. You can certainly feel the active anti-roll bar working, right? It's slightly biased to oversteer, means like the rear has a bit more power than the front. You can definitely feel that. And that's really nice. Damping is amazing, right? Rides the bumps like nothing. I'm just closing the gaps with this car. It's like you're standing still. This is ridiculous, bloody ridiculous. You're gonna need big balls to drive this car, man. Bloody Jesus. A bit of understeer, but everything's alright. Bit nervous going in. Oh wow, it turns in so well. The front end really gives way. And the car is not... Whew. Sorry, my brain's a little bit bleeding a little bit from all the G-force whacking my head. Oh. And to think that this is a 2.7 ton car. That's crazy. That's freaking crazy. Whew. It certainly earned its name of a hyper SUV. Okay, let's start with some of the things before I get carried away. Steering. Actually, the feedback is not back for electronic steering. I expect it to be numb, but there's a little bit of feedback, but it's really accurate. Lotus knows how to do this kind of things, don't they? They're just really accurate. I can place the car inches, and again, this is a big car. Air suspension, everything, all the comfortable things that goes on with this car, and yet they can still make the dynamics good and well. Look at that. No tire squeal, nothing. Yeah. So first of all, front end, superb accuracy, superb speed, very well judged ratios. Bloody hell. And look at all those rough roads, all those rough patches. The car just soaks it up. Very good. So suspension, let's talk about the handling. On tighter corners, slow corners, you do feel more of the understeer. You do feel the car is more prone to understeer. But when the car has a bit more speed and when it's going, it really doesn't have a hair of understeer. You can feel that the car is using the rear to really push the car out, right? Very well managed, well judged tuning to the drive modes, whether it's an ESC or something. They got done a fabulous job. There is a Lotus in this car. There is, you can feel Lotus's, you know, a lot of people look at this car and they say, oh, maybe it's just a branding exercise, it's a SUV, electric SUV to make money, but they really put in the Lotus DNA. You can feel it from the steering, you know, to the power management, to the suspension. It's really there. You probably have to go on track to feel this car's performance. I mean, it's not a track car, but I think what they've done, and I saw their press release, or was it one of the reviews that said that this is a SUV that can go on track if you so ever wish to, right? Let's go. Oh, my mind. Oh. 0 to 100 in 2.9 seconds. If that doesn't boggle you, I'm not sure what does. So it does deserve the name Hyper SUV because the power, it is in a hyper range. The looks, it looks like a hyper SUV, right? It drives. I mean, I've never driven other hyper SUV or super SUVs like the Urus, but the experience, totally, yeah. Oof. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. The days the days we live in. I thought that, I mean, if there is a slither of what you think electric cars are boring to drive, this car might change your mind. They are not boring to drive. Sure, there are a lot of work done because you got to manage the weight, otherwise it'd be too dangerous to drive a 2.7 ton car with this kind of power. But I think the way Lotus done it is that it sort of supports your driving rather than sort of controls your driving. And that's what I like about the suspension and the power management, or ECU, ESC, everything. So yeah. The brakes are so good. Can really feel the anti-roll bar, active anti-roll bar. Just, oh. Understeer at lower corners, slower speed corners, but you can feel it. You can feel the car understeering or oversteering very good. I mean, it's not like a sports car, you know, like my Spider or something, but it does give you ample feedback, so you can make judgment calls on what to do with your steering wheels. Yeah. I'll talk about the handling, I don't talk about the power. I think you probably can see, or you can probably guess how the bloody power feels like. Oh, oh, Jesus. Well, it's very nice. When the rear starts to lose grip, you can sort of feel like the anti-roll bar softening just to let the tires find its grip. It's very nice. Very, very nice. Steer. The one critique though is that because the power is so torquey, it, you know, when you're trying to use your throttle to rotate the car, it kind of jerks the car a bit, and then it throws it into a full slip, you know. So I can feel the end. So you have to be really careful with the throttle while letting the anti-roll bar soften up, let the rear find grip. You still have to be a bit more careful with the throttle, not to do it too much, then it breaks too much traction again. But yeah, you can have that slightly progressive rear breaking its traction to rotate the car. That's very good. That's so impressive. I don't think I felt that with the S, or maybe I didn't have time in the S to drive in roads like this. But mighty impressive, so mighty impressive. It makes your heart beat fast. Lotus did a fantastic job with this car.